10 teams can still pick here in the 5th round, and we start off with the Terra Firma Chief.
Terra Firma picks Immanuel Custodio.
Emmanuel Custodio from the Ateneo de Naga has been called here by Terra Firma.
At 6'2". You know, one interesting fact about Nico is actually his nickname is he's been working out with Jared Dillinger and JD giving him some tips how to get better, how to keep on moving, how to be able to, you know, make it in the PBA to become a professional. It feels like you know, like it's his older brother.
So, yun nga po, no? Congratulations to Custodio for having your name called in the 5th round. For the second pick of this round, let's send it back to Carlo.
To make the announcement for Northport Batang Pierre, Sean Anthony.
Northport selects Carl Bryan Ravanes.
Looks like he's as shocked as everybody else. Carl Bryan Ravanes from the Southville Foreign University is now all smiles.
And, you know, when you look at these types of drafts, you want to be able to see these guys. You want to be able to get them in the gym, see what they can do, be able to shoot, be able to score, and give just positive energy. You know, we talked about Northport, Coach Ryan. We always talk about them building that winning attitude, coming into that system. Remember, in that last bubble, how many injuries did Northport have? So they're really amassing these guys and getting the talent to be able to prepare for that for the next conference.
Next pick in the 5th round will be announced here. Carlo?
Next selection here in the 5th round belongs to the Blackwater, bossing to be announced by Coach Nash Rosella.
The Blackwater bossing select Kim Lee Baikin.
Kim Baikin has been selected here by Coach Nash Rosella.
Guy who plays both ends of the floor, a hustle guy from FEU. And again, you know, Coach Nash, very familiar with him.
Yun ang importante, no? May kilala kay nung head coach dito. So, at least that opportunity, and a lot of times, that's the only thing you want, Coach Archie.
Both ways, meaning pagdating kay Coach Nash, alam niya kung ano na ang kakayanan ng isang manlalaro. Pagdating naman sa mga players, alam din nila kung ano yung prototype ng kanilang coach. So it is advantageous for both parties.
And Lex will be picking next.
To announce the decision for the NLEX Road Warriors, once again, we have Kevin Alas.
NLEX Road Warriors select Joseph Alcantara.
Joseph Alcantara.
Coming out of La Consolacion, a young, decent three-point shooter. And NLEX really loading up, trying to see what more firepower they can get from that three-point line.
A native of Plaridel, Bulacan will get an opportunity here. And it's a nice moment for family and a special moment for this young man. Hopefully everything works out for him. Rain or Shine will be picking next once again, Carlo.
The 5th pick in the 5th round belongs to the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, to be announced by Rain ng Bata.
The Rain or Shine Elasto Painters select Philip Manalang.
Chill na chill si Philip Manalang here from the University of the East, of course.
UE at 5'10", 175 pounds. Again, you know, when you're used to playing within a system and with a lot of discipline, I think that is always something that coaches will look at. And obviously, Coach Chris Gavina puts a premium on that.
A very familiar name, playing for the University of the East Red Warriors, played alongside Alvin Pasaol as well, if I'm not mistaken, and now bringing his talents to the PBA.
And with the 6th pick now for the 5th round, let's send it back downstairs with Carlo Pamintuan.
The Magnolia Hotshots Pambansang Manok own this pick, and it will be announced by Paul Lee.
Magnolia Hotshots, pass.
Pangatlong beses na napili yun, ha?
Pang-apat.
Pangapat na ba?
Oo, dalawa sa fourth round.
Ayaw nga, no? Hindi. So, yun, no? Sino kaya makakapirma kay Paz? Next pick will be... Kanina ba? Ito.
Alaska.
Alaska, nagpass na kanina. So, San Miguel will have an opportunity.
The San Miguel Beermen will make this selection, and it will be announced by Governor Robert Non.
San Miguel picks Gregory Flor.
Gregory Flores is going to be selected here by the San Miguel Beermen. At 6'2" from the Philippine Merchant Marine School. And Zambales is proud of this young man right now.
This 30-year-old, he's actually a 3x3 practice player for Coach Ronnie Magsano. And he's actually willing to take any role as a hard worker. I mean, initially he was the practice player for 3x3 and then got invited to the men's team after that.
Again, the thought process of these teams, particularly the coaches of the PBA teams, it is not just a 5-on-5 that they are preparing for. 3x3 will bring them a lot of good vibes as well, especially because the PBA is also launching this kind of an activity headed by team governor and the governor of Alaska, Dickie Bachman.
You see that guy's eyes? You just know, you can just tell that he knows the challenge is now ahead of him. Yun ang abangan natin para dito kay Greg Flor. Let's send it back to Carlo.
At the 9th spot of the 5th round, Chris Newsom all set to make the announcement for the Meralco Bolts.
The Morocco Bolts will pass.
So Meralco passing up on this opportunity. You've got two more teams remaining here in the 5th round, Phoenix and TNT. I think Carlos ready.
Matthew Wright ready to make the announcement for Phoenix Super LPG.
Phoenix selects Jerie Pingoy.
Jerie Pingoy falling all the way down to the 5th round.
Jerie Pingoy, one of the bigger names coming out of high school, and then was supposed to play for Ateneo, but finished his collegiate status playing for Adamson University, and now being picked by Coach Tupex Robinson and the Phoenixville Masters. A lot of happy tears right now from Jerie Pingoy, also a second-generation player. His father used to play in the PBA as well. They hail from Cebu, and a great opportunity for Jerie Pingoy to exactly show what he is made of.
You gotta love Phoenix. You gotta love Coach Topex for giving this man another opportunity.
I mean, you look at Coach Topex, right? He can, again, he's a guy that just really worked hard and was able to stay in the league for a long time, and that's why you know that he understands what these players are feeling, and that he might be able to bring out that talent that a lot of people saw when he was coming out of high school.
We showed the graphic kanina. 20 years ago, Coach Topex was a 5th rounder before having a remarkable career. 4. Nauna pa rin si Dong. Hindi lang kay PJ, pati kay Coach Topex.
And you can say remarkable career also in the PBA.
As a broadcaster.
Yes.
In the 4th and 5th round, you can still be a great analyst. Carlo?
Picking last here in the 5th round, TNT Tropang Giga.
Tropang Giga select Martin Gosum.
MJ Gozum here, being picked by TNT.
28 years old, 6'2" in height. Again, TNT, I think really bringing in a lot of people to be able to slug it out. TNT also suffering a lot of injuries in the bubble, in the guard position. You see a number of the guys also getting up there in age, so they're looking at the best available talent at the spots that they feel they need more competition in.
And a lot of excitement, of course, with the comeback of Coach Trot Reyes, the most successful TNT coach, coming back and trying to win another one for the TNT franchise.
And that will conclude the first five rounds rather, meron pa pong round number 6. Tuloy-tuloy tayo hanggang maubos na sa kapapas ang lahat ng ating teams sa aming pagbabalik. Apat na team na ang nagpapas sa ating 46 PBA draft presented by Jerie, the official sports drink of the PBA. Pero may 8 pa na namimili as we go along dito live on TV5. Magumar John, Dominic Uy, nandirito pa rin si Coach Ryan Gregorio with Carlo Pamintuan and Carla Lizardo downstairs inside the studio. Silipin na natin ano nangyari in the last round. That was round number 5, Dom, kung saan Terra Firma picked first and they went with Custodio.
Nico Custodio for Terra Firma, then for Northport, they went with Carl Bryan, Ravanes, Blackwater picking Kim by Kin, and then Joseph Alcantara for NLEX, Rainer Shine with Philip Manalang, and then Magnolia passing in at the number 6 spot.
And Alaska also did not make a choice, while San Miguel got Greg Flor at number 8. Then Meralco Balls also did not choose. Phoenix was able to get Jerie Pingoy at number 10, TNT MJ Gozum, and Barangay Ginebra. Again, they passed in the earlier round.
And I do believe we are now ready to begin the 6th round. Let's go back down to Carlo P.
Thank you, Magu. 8 teams can still make their selections here in the 6th round, and we'll start things off with the Terra Firma G.
Terra Firma selects Terrence Tumalip.
Terra Firma going with Terence Tumalip here. And the pride of Bangi, Ilocos Norte. At 6'1", we'll get an opportunity.
Definitely, you look at Terra Firma, they are really making picks right now. They're looking at who they can get. You can see that with the entrance of their picks, they're trying to build a team around these guys, and opportunity for Terence Tumalip.
And with the next pick for round number 6, let's go back to Carlo.
Thank you, Magu. To make the announcement for Northport, Batang Piare, Sean Anthony.
Northport selects Suraj Adonis Elmiraj.
Siraj Elmirab at 6'8". Oh, you gotta love this. A special time for their family.
They're looking at a tall guy that possibly they can develop. Siraj is a guy that you can never doubt height, Coach Ryan.
Of course. Some people don't have it.
Coach Ryan ka na naman nakatingin.
Hindi.
Sinasaktan mo si Coach Ryan.
You have to look at me, man. Let's talk about this 6'8" guy. But again, a 6'8" guy who probably will be given an opportunity in practices because of his height. And who knows, these players don't fall off trees. Alam naman natin yan. Kung 6'7", 6'8" ka, may chance ka dito sa ating liga.
Kahit mahulog ka sa puno, nakatapa ka na Okay.
Nakalambitin ka lang.
The third pick of the 6th round is ready.
Next pick here in the 6th round belongs to the Blackwater Bossing.
Blackwater Bossing select JESON Delfinado.
JESON Delfinado from the FEU Tamaraos.
Energy guy, willing to do the work and can score from the outside. We talked about, Coach Rosella being familiar with these FEU guys, and he's talked about the culture. We talked about bringing in the guys that you're comfortable with. Opportunity for JESON Delfinado.
And you have to understand also the concept of successful teams. It is not just the best players who will be able to make it to the roster. It is the player who fits in the best. So if you are familiar with the system as what you've mentioned, then chances are you will be able to show what you're made of.
We are at the halfway point of round number 6. Let's go back downstairs.
Let's keep things rolling with the NLEX Road Warriors. Kevin Alas ready to make the announcement.
NLEX Road Warriors select Alberto Torres.
NLEX really loading up here. It is going to be open season para kina Coach Cheng. hindi pa pwede mag 5-on-5 eh. Puro individual practice.
Correct.
May patatlo-apat lang eh. No? Pero pagka nagkalima na, rambulan to.
Maganda yan dahil ang daming magkakapwesto rin eh na kinukuha. Maraming mga 2 guards, meron din mga point guards. So you know that there will only be 12 who will eventually survive. But ang importante, tulad ng parati nating sinasabi, yung bang may pagkakataon lang, maski maliit na masilip, baka may silip talaga.
Rain or Shine will be picking next here in the 6th round.
Rain ng Batak will announce a decision for the Rain or Shine Elaso Painters.
The Rain or Shine Elaso Painters, pass.
That is going to be the 5th pass. We've got 7 more teams selecting. Dito sa ating 46 PBA draft presented by Gatorade, the official sports drink of the PBA. Carlo, rekta na tayo.
Thank you, Magu. Next selection belongs to the San Miguel Beermen to be announced by Governor Robert Non.
San Miguel picks Jerie Manday.
Boss Robert going with Jeffrey Manday. Tanda natin, first 2 rounds, hindi niya nakapili ang SMB. So they're trying to pick up what they can right now.
And you look at how happy he is, and you know, it's really a dream to be able to be selected in the PBA draft. And you know, San Miguel, I think, like we mentioned, because of them being so dominant in the league, is obviously draft picks. It comes later, right? They're always at the end, and so they're trying to dig deep. People have talked about how deep this draft is. They see some potential in this guy.
And with the 7th pick now coming up for round number 6, let's go back to Carlo.
Matthew Wright will make the announcement for the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Phoenix will pass.
So half the teams have now passed here in the 46th PBA draft presented by Gatorade, but we've got half of the field still picking. So let's get right back to it.
Final selection of the 6th round belongs to the TNT Tropang Giga.
Tropang Giga pass.
And that will conclude the 6th round for this 2021 PBA draft. Di pa po tayo tapos. Walang bibitiw. Live dito sa TV5. Six rounds in, and we still going. The weeks leading up to this, Coach Argene Dom, sinasabi naman na lahat, this is probably one of the deepest pools we've had in a long while. We're 60 plus into this.
I mean, you can see really a lot of talent coming in the first few rounds. But even in the 5th and the 6th, you can see that the teams and the coaches are seeing things that obviously may not be known to us. And you look at Terra Firma, Northport, Blackwater, and Lex still getting to choosing Tumalip, Siraj, Delfinado, and Torres. And then Rain or Shine, Magnolia, and Alaska passing after that.
And
Coach.
then San Miguel picking Jeffrey Manday as their number 8 selection. And Meralco, Phoenix, TNT, Barangay, Ginebra, they already passed in the previous round. So they were. It is important to understand also that the most number of draftees happened in 2015, wherein 54 draftees were selected. And now, as Magu mentioned, we're now over 60.
60 kay Fidel, 61 sa akin
Okay.
Toss coin tayo.
Okay
60 and a half.
Ako kay Fidel.
Ako rin. Ako rin. So, 7 teams have passed, 5 pa ang nagtatalo-talo dito. Balik tayo kay Carlo.
Thank you, Magu. Welcome to the 7th round of your 46 PBA Gatorade Rookie Draft. Selecting first will once again be the Terra Firma Jeep, represented by Rashawn McCarthy.
Terra Firma Jeep will pass.
And that is going to be the 8th team passing here in our 46 PBA draft presented by Gatorade, the official sports drink of the PBA. Carlo, diretso na natin with Northport.
Thank you, Magu. Next up is Sean Anthony for Northport, Batang Piat.
Northport selects Jonico Rosales.
Jericho Rosales?
Jonico.
Jonico Rosales.
26-year-old 5'10 guy, from Ama University, birthplace is Quezon City. 165 pounds.
You gotta love this moment.
And
You dreamed of this all your life, Don.
And you're already getting worried if you're a guy like Johnny Garza. I know, I felt it. I felt it. But for your name to be called, obviously that's one thing. But this is just the first step. Now he's getting an opportunity to be able to go to Northport and show and show the coaches that he's got something for the team.
And also, we were just not able to see it, but team governor Eric Areola was all smiles. But because of the mask, we could not see it.
Tandaan natin mula noon hanggang ngayon, anybody na nakahawak ng basketball ang pangarap pa rin matawag ang pangalan sa PBA. And that is just what happened there. Carlo?
All set to make the announcement for the Blackwater bossing is Basera Mer.
Blackwater pass.
So this will leave now NLEX and San Miguel Beer in this round. Carlo?
Thank you, Magu. Kevin Alas ready to make the announcement for the NLEX Road Warriors.
NLEX Road Warrior, pass.
So dalawang team na lang ang natitira. Isa na lang natitira dito sa 7th round. Let's see who San Miguel picks.
Boss Robert Non ready to make the announcement for the San Miguel Beermen.
San Miguel picks Luis Antonio Abaca.
So the San Miguel Beermen pick Luis Antonio Abaca.
Yes, Anton. You look at him. He is very happy. 23 years old, listed at 5'6", and he went to school in College of St. Benilde, and the birthplace is Manila. I am certain the entire family is very happy.
One of the youngest players, has lots of energy. And Anton Abaca, he's. I saw an interview with Anton Abaca, and he's just look at that smile. He just be elated to be able to be picked and be given an opportunity. It's like when they post in high school or in college that there is tryouts to be able to get that opportunity. This is what he's getting.
And with only 2 teams remaining, diretso na tayo into round number 8.
Let us open the 8th round with Northport, Batang Pier. Once again, Sean Anthony announcing the selection.
Northport Batang Pier select Jed Mendoza.
Northport ain't done just yet. Jonathan Mendoza from QC has been selected.
Also played for University of the East and JRU. So still very young at 24 years old, and you look at the type of players that have come out from these schools. Guys who can dribble, the guys who are aggressive, guys who can really attack the basket, and just it's all out hustle.
I believe you, Dom.
And with the next pick, it'll be the San Miguel Beermen.
That is correct, Magu. The San Miguel Beermen have made their decision, and it will be announced by Governor Robert Non.
San Miguel passes.
So the Beermen will pass here in the 8th round. This will leave just Northport now remaining on the board.
So let us open the 9th round with Northport, Batang Pier.
The Northport Batang Pier pass.
And this will conclude the 46th PBA draft presented by Gatorade, the official sports drink of the PBA. Nawala na ako sa bilang. Antayin natin kung ilan yung
Fidel,
dito.
questionable yung sa'yo eh.
But,
62.
it was, 62 ba natapos? It was an eventful day. Ang haba nung araw, ang dami napili, ang daming pangarap. Just the mere fact na marinig mo yung pangalan mong matawag, that's just one half of the dream come true. Ngayon, titignan natin ano mangyayaring kasunod.
Ito muna yung ating Gilas Pilipinas Special Draft. The number 1 pick chosen by Terra Firma, Jordan Hitting, followed by William Navarro, picked by Northport, then Tadi Randel, NLEX Road Warriors, and then finally Jerie from the University of the Philippines, getting picked by TNT.
And then in the first round, to nobody's surprise, it was Joshua Munzon at the top of the board.
And then Jamie Malonzo, Calvin Oftana, and Mikey Williams. Two of those four guys, Coach Ryan, playing for Mighty Sports. And, this is what we were talking about. It is something that coaches have to be able to see you play in different levels. We saw the guys who got up high there, guys who played 3x3, guys who played international. Because now you can understand what these guys are able to do outside the Philippines. And number 5, Rain or Shine, choosing Santi Santillan.
And in the second round, Barangay Ginebra choosing Bryan Enriquez, followed by Blackwater Elite, who chose 2 times, number 2 and number 3. Number 2 was Ray Mark Acuno, and number 3, Joshua Turalba.
Pang-apat dyan was the Alaska Aces with Taylor Brown. Rain or Shine with Frankie Johnson as we now proceed into the third round.
Reverente, Lauren Brill, Andre Parras for Blackwater Bossing, Antonio Bonsubre for the Road Warriors, Kenneth Mocon, brother of JV Mocon, also with Rain or Shine, Magnolia picking RR De Leon, and then Alaska with RK Ilagan.
And then followed by Enriquez, San Miguel, Vasa from Meralco, Yasa, and then Caduyac Phoenix, Simmons, TNT, and then Barangay Ginebra did not select.
Dito na nagsimula yung mga pass nga. No? Late in that third round was the first pass of the afternoon turning into the evening. We went on here with a lot more picks, but right now, Carla is ready on the floor with this.
Yes, makakakwentuhan natin si Commissioner Willie Marshall about the draft that has just concluded. Grabe, ang lalim ng draft na to. Ang daming talented players na makikita na natin sa PBA. Para sa'yo, gaano ka ka-excited? Kasi alam natin na may elevate talaga yung competition in the next season.
Wala, kasi mali magbilang yung mga nasa taas. Sina Coach Ryan, sina Magu, at si Dominic. 65 ang official, hindi 62. So, 65 po ang na-draft. Excited ako kasi nakita ko ang maglaro itong mga rookies na natin at yung credentials nila talagang maganda. So, mababakbakan yan. Hindi naman bibigay yung mga veteran natin. So, magandang tong laban na to po. Abangan nyo po kami. Sana po, napayagan na tayo sa Abril. Magsisimula na po PBA.
Alam ko ang daming nag-aabang for more PBA action. Excited na sila. Ano ba yung maaasahan ano ba yung mga aabangan ng mga PBA fans?
Yun, ito po, maglalaro na po kami. Kung papayagan po tayo, 2 conferences, double round po yung second conference, baka po may imports. So, balik na po PBA. Abangan nyo po kami.
At marami rin mga talented 3x3 players na nakita nating pumasok sa liga. Alam ko, isa yan sa aabangan. So, can we just tell the fans a bit more about that?
O nga pala, sorry, nakalimutan ko yung 3x3. 3x3 po, bago innovation po ng PBA na pinamumunuan po ni Chairman Dickie Bachman ng 3x3, at least 5 to 6 players ang madadagdag po sa atin. 12 to 16 teams. So, kulang-kulang na 100 players po ang madadagdag at mabibigyan natin ng trabaho.
Maraming salamat po, Commissioner Willie. Congratulations on the successful draft. Back to you, Magu.
Thank you, Carla. Diyan pong napakagandang balita mula kay Boss Kong Willie Marshall. Mali ang bilang ni Ryan.
I want to apologize to Commissioner Willie Marshall. Pagdating kasi sa numero, alam naman natin yan eh. Ang galing sa numero ni Commissioner Willie Marshall. 65. Ang previous record natin was in 2015, 54 yung na-draft ng PBA.
So, dyan po nagtatapos ang 46th PBA draft presented by Gatorade, the official sports drink of the PBA. Standby lang kayo. TV5, One Sports, PBA Rush, sa mga sokmed ng One Sports, pati na rin sa ESPN website para po makabalita tayo sa mga pinakamainit, pinakabago na dapat nating malaman tungkol sa liga ng ating bayan. Hopefully, in April, magkita-kita na naman tayong lahat sa pagbubukas nga ng 2021 season ng ating Philippine Basketball Association. Sa ngalan po ni Dominic Uy, Coach Ryan Gregorio, Carlo Pamintuan, Carla Lizardo, sa lahat ng bumubuo ng ating squad, Sports 5, pati Signal, Magumarjan po, nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood at humihiling sa inyo ng isang magandang gabi.